Welcome to the MC Motorsports SimStock iRacing Series. Tonight we got racing action from the Atlanta Motor Speedway with the street stock cars. Got Caleb Smith in the 88 tonight, Chase Mazalewski in the 88, George Karafidis back in the 1, Michael Good back in the 24. But it's an action-packed night. How about Wesley Napier also arriving for the racing action? Zayden Cortinas, our first ever winner. James Wood, one of the new drivers. Bobby Kaufman, another one of the new drivers. Chaz Justice, another one of the new drivers. Only 4 minutes left in practice. The session's still available if you'd like to join. No password to search SimStock in the hosteds. Who do we have here? It's Tanner Tager in the number 15 car. Another one of the new drivers. Here's Keith Ingram in the 01. See if we can get our display up. There you go. Cameron Face, top of the boards, was able to pick up an Asphalt Media win tonight for MC Motorsports at Iowa. Good efforts from him. It'll be 30 laps. We haven't done a race since Friday, so a little bit rusty when it comes to the commentary and producing, plus a exhausting night of Asphalt Media racing. Zachariah Cartledge back in the number 15 car. Daniel Mosteller in the 87. David Gillis in the number 13. Be interesting to see what he's going to be able to do. Looks like the cameras are already set pretty, realistically for what we need. But we're going to check out and see how many are in this session. We got Brian Beach registered as well. Adrian Oxton, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 21 cars. So looking like a 20-car field here today. But getting down to it here with the end of practice. Looks like we got Uzi Dorman in the chat. Already got 10 concurrent watch. We haven't even started the race yet. We appreciate everyone who's tuning in. Uzi Dorman in the chat. Chaz Justice. So a new driver making their debut. Looking to have some fans already in the chat. Let's see if we can find that number 111 car once again. Here is Cale Gosnell, another new driver. All sorts of new faces. Majority of the field. Here's Adrian Oxton. So majority of the field, brand new drivers. Here's Chaz Justice in the number 111 car. So now, who knows how much we have in the session here as more and more people start to load in. We got a lot watching already here on this looking to be a Wednesday night. Wesley Moffitt in the session. Mark Anderson. James Wood. I mean, there is just a ton of names. A ton of new names that are racing here tonight. It's that 95 of Wesley Napier looking to the inside with Keith Ingram, who's still looking for his first win. He's been positioned in pretty much every single race, but just hasn't had the opportunities when it comes to the start-finish line to be able to get there and cross that start-finish line first. Here's Brian Beach in the 18. Another new name, Mark Anderson running the Skittles 14. I mean, it's just a stacked field tonight of new drivers. A lot of drivers making their debut. Here's Cannon Vaughn in the 4. He's back. Here's another new driver. It's Wesley Moffitt in the number 49 who's loaded in. Got the 85 of Cameron Face, Caleb Smith. Here's Adrian Oxton in the 17. Daniel Mosteller, who's the winningest driver in SimStock history so far with a grand total of 2 wins in our 9 races in history. David Gillis in the 13. George Karafidis in the 1. All these drivers will have one fast repair tonight, so it will really come down to it. James Wood in the 45. Bobby Kaufman in the 16. Chaz Justice in the 111 car. I'm just skimming through the field. I got to memorize these schemes and these names here. That's why I keep going through everyone saying their name. But it is going to be 30 laps. It was originally planned to be 35, but we had to shorten it. Got a little later than we were anticipating. We were planning on going green at 10 Eastern, but it is 10:07 Eastern now, and with the green flag looking to be at about 10:15 Eastern. And you just saw all the cars go off the racetrack. That means it is time for qualifying. So we will see who can end up winning the pole. Now we have 12 people watching here. I mean, it's looking like my small cap stocks here on the YouTube analytics, just a giant candle of green for the viewers. Uzi Dorman says, funny thing, he's actually my dad, so that's obviously super exciting to have that bonding in the field. So we hope good things for him here in this one. Let's see who we can spectate here in qualifying. Who's on the racetrack? Looks like Zechariah Cartledge might be the first one to get on the racetrack here for SimStock Racing. Cartledge, these guys are going to have 2 laps of qualifying. Now, an interesting thing about the Atlanta Motor Speedway modern racetrack. Now, first of all, before I explain, tomorrow night we are back with more racing action. You can join our Discord for more information about SimStock right there on your screen. You can pause it, enter it in, join our Discord server, learn the full set of rules. But tomorrow night we will be back for more SimStock racing action. We will be at Old Atlanta. We're doing Atlanta this week. Tonight we got street stocks at New Atlanta. Tomorrow we'll have street stocks at Old Atlanta. And then Friday night we'll have a big night of racing, a three pack of races. We'll have mini stocks at New Atlanta at night. Then we'll have mini stocks in the daytime at Old Atlanta, and then we'll have mini stocks at Concord Speedway, the free short track. So continue up with our short track racing. And another thing to mention, we are having problems with power outages. Recently, my area getting pounded by a snowstorm right now, so power went out during one of my hosted races tonight that I was racing in, Asphalt Media. Power just went right out and ultimately got stripped of a win really there with how I was going to play out. It was like that I was going to win, but luckily my teammate was able to pull it off. Cameron Face was able to still get the team a big win there, so we appreciate that. But just letting you know that if the stream ends unexpectedly, it then means that we could be looking at some big time problems when it comes to racing. But usually the power goes out, it's just going to go right back on. So we will go in, throw a competition caution to get things situated. But for a moment, you might see racing that isn't broadcasted. Let's focus here. Keith Ingram back top of the boards. Here's Tanner Tager in the 15 car. He's up to second, only 100th off the pole. Cameron Face, that's actually 400ths off for Tager. Cameron Face, 100th of a second. He's only made one SimStock start. That was back at Las Vegas about a week ago. Zayden Cortinas. Oh, we got a brand new racer. It's Jim Segredo and the number 21 machine. We'll see if he's able to get a qualifying lap in here. Bobby Coffin parked on the inside. Cole Gosnell there. Wesley Napier in the 95 car. One of our admins in the series will be clearing the black flags. Got George Karafides in the 1. Adrian Oxton in the 17. So a stacked field of cars, no doubt, here tonight. See if we got anyone else loading in last second here. It doesn't look like it. Looks like it's just the same amount of drivers. Cole Gosnell slots in the 17th place position. Here's Brian Beach, who is 13th. David Gillis, who's still yet to make a time. Someone just went all the way up. Wesley Napier up to 5th on the boards. Chase Modzalewski at 6th. Jim Segredo, I believe, going to be coming to the white flag lap here. His first lap is going to be good enough for... I stand corrected. I think that was his out lap potentially. And I think he realizes there's not enough time to finish up a lap. David Gillis in the 13 car, trying to make his qualifications as well. But for a moment here, we will have to talk to the drivers, let them know the basic rules and information of the series. So there's over half the field, brand new names we've never heard of before. So shaping up to be wild like that, you know. But Daniel Mosteller looks like electing not to qualify. He'll have to start from the rear of the field, it looks like. And David Gillis might have time to complete a lap here. It's going to be close. No timer on our board. He's going to end up 12th for his lap. Jim Segrino ends up 19th. And with that, it looks like it's time to get racing. So with that, I will talk to these drivers quick. Welcome to SimStock Racing, everyone. Tonight we are live on YouTube at MC Motorsports YouTube channel, so you can watch back to this race afterwards. Just make sure we're being clean and respectful all race long. You are able to pass below the double white line in the trial, but really anywhere on the racetrack. Cause a wreck, so there and the white penalties or fixed. Any retaliation against drivers is also not allowed, and if you take out innocent bystanders while doing so, it will also be a ban for you. The control car must launch in the restart zone. The control car must launch in the restart zone, and there is no head start on restart, so you also might have to start with drivability or protect, depending on the severity. But we appreciate everyone coming out tonight. And once again, live on the MC Motorsports YouTube channel. We got 30 laps of Atlanta action series stock cars, so we will just see what happens. We'll be cleared by the flag. If you are laps down, under caution, you are able to get laps back on the outside lane, outside of the racetrack. So if you're on the lead lap under caution, make sure you're single file on the bottom of the racetrack. When it's not working for you, clear the black flags and you get your laps back. We start with our admins, Wesley Napier, Daniel Mosteller. So let's get to it. All right, fellas. We are ready to go. Keith Ingram on the pole once again. One of the really good drivers when it comes to qualifying in the SimStock series. I believe has multiple poles stacked up. Let's go through our starting lineup. And there's Keith Ingram. He just kind of spawns in there. A ghost, it looked like, for a moment. But it's Keith Ingram who will be starting on the pole in the number 01 machine. Cameron Face going to be starting second. Third, we got Zayden Cortinas. Fourth, we got Tanner Tager. Fifth, we got Cannon Vaughn. Sixth, we got Chase Monzalewski. Eighth, we got Caleb Smith. My power just flickered big time. Hopefully, again, that's another point. I have to mention this to everyone. Sorry. Sorry for this broadcast. All right, guys, another quick point to note. I'm getting hit by a snowstorm right now. My power might go out. If that does happen, we will keep it green. But once I reload into the session after the power comes back, we will throw a competition caution if that happens. It already happened to me earlier tonight. So hopefully that isn't a problem. Demos, if you notice the stream is in, or Wesley, you can feel free to just throw a caution if you notice that I'm out of the session somehow. But I just had to get that point out there. Let's go green.
What if it happens on the final lap?
All right, we had to get that taken care of right out of the way for all our viewers here. Just to let them know, and our racers, here's Keith Ingram. Now, I wasn't able to really get a lot of this camera set up here. So we're going to get started. Keith Ingram on the pole. We're going to hit the green flag restart zone here. Coming to the green flag for Keith Ingram in the 01 machine. 30 laps of SimStock racing. The 10th SimStock race is underway. Keith Ingram through the restart zone with Cameron Face on the outside. Already we got cars making moves. Zayden Cortinas all the way down low. Now, one thing that's interesting about Atlanta, guys might be able to just ride on the apron of the racetrack. It's so high baked. Already we got them scattering. Trouble. Caleb Smith into the outside wall. And we already got a plethora of cars spinning around in the back of the field. Chaz Justice amongst those collected. But we have a pack for the most part. We have a field. Chase Monzalewski Hey, Chaz Justice's son, go tell your dad that we're keeping it green because it was a wreck in the way back of the field, but there'll probably be cautions, more opportunities to get a faster pair. First lap is going to be led by, it looks like Keith Ingram going to lead that first one. Here comes Zayden Cortinas on the inside with help from George Karafides. Now these guys, they don't have to let them back up, but you can already see the problems. Oh, trouble in the back, the 14 car around. And back up the racetrack he goes, spin it out right in front of Brian Beach and Michael Good. That's going to be a caution flag. Multiple cars collected in this one. And just like that, the caution is going to wave early on. It's Michael Good amongst those collected. And the number 24, who will have to use his only faster pair early in this race. Let's see if we can see what happened here. It's going to start, oh, the 14. That's, I'm not sure who is in the 14. That's Mark Anderson. Let's see what happened here once again. So it looks like he's going to slip up the racetrack, get into Chase Modzalewski. Chase comes back down, gets into him. See Tanner Tager with a little bit of contact. Then right here, back up the track into Brian Beach and Michael Good. Just nowhere to go for everyone. Oh, the 21 of Jim Segredo with a little bit of contact there at the latter portions of that crash. But already multiple destroyed race cars. See Wesley Napier was able to make it through. Let's see what Wesley Napier saw. I mean, he had quite the view of this one from inside the car here. You could see up ahead already a little bit of contact. There they go around. Wesley's still all the way in the gas, but he realizes what's happening. And then he lifts off, and really no harm, no foul. He was way behind the crash. And really just a simple avoidance there for Wesley Napier. So let's see what else we got going on, see how the pack is formed. It's Zayden Cortinas, Zechariah Cartledge, Keith Ingram, Cannon Vaughn, George Karafides, Cameron Face, David Gillis, Tanner Tager, David Kaufman. Here's Chaz Justice getting laps back on the outside. Boy, you hate to see it for Chaz Justice. Oh yeah, let's see what happened on the first lap of the race here. This took out a couple cars that could have really been a caution, but, you know, we're just trying to get some green flag racing underway. So let's see what happened here to the number, well, it was the 88, gets turned by Cartledge. Oh, hard hit for Caleb Smith. Wesley phased through him. See, Wesley Napier actually phased through Caleb Smith coming down the racetrack. And then right here, that's the number 17 of, I forgot his name, Adrian. I know that's his first name. But the 88 of Caleb Smith already have to do his fast. See the 49 car making his way through. It's Wesley Moffitt in the 49 machine. Gosnell collected early. A lot of these were some of our new drivers making their debuts, already getting collected. And it's going to be 2 to green here. We will get the 1 to green next time by. And already you notice only 15 cars left on the lead lap in this race. That's Adrian Oxton in the 17. And Cole Gosnell is already out of the race. Cole Trudeau never started this one. Looks like it just got too late for him there. But Zayden Cortinas now with the lead of this one. See Daniel Mosteller also in the pits here as well. In the 87 car, Jim Segredo also in the pits, looking to potentially get some repairs. But it's kind of a small field now, and the power just keeps flickering here in my house, at my house. So we are really hoping that nothing happens. That nothing happens there, right? That's what we hope for. But Zayden Cortinas in the number 9 machine is going to be leading this race when we get the green flag. Keith Ingram right there. I mean, this is a Zayden Cortinas already a winner before in SimStock, but otherwise we don't see a winner in the field all the way back until Demos, I'm pretty sure. That's who, if we keep going, yep, Demos. There's only 2 winners left in this race who've won in SimStock before. And Demos is going to be tough to beat. He also picked up an Asphalt Media win tonight, race 3 at Watkins Glen. So he's got some momentum and confidence heading into SimStock. Once again, we'll be back tomorrow for SimStock Racing. Potentially going to do 1 or 2 races. You know, we might as well throw up 2 when you really think about it. But we're going to need a sponsor for that one. Someone's going to have to give me 75 cents if they're going to want to have 2 races tomorrow night. Zayden Cortinas is going to bring him here to the restart zone. You see Zechariah Cartledge potentially playing some games there on the outside, actually getting laid back a little there into the 4. But bottom line is the racing is going to be back underway here once we cross the restart zone. We got a couple cars out of the race. Cole Gosnell, I believe a couple others are out as well. But we are going to be coming to the restart zone. Zayden Cortinas must launch in the Geico restart zone. So let's see. Is the execution there? Zayden Cortinas into the restart zone. The green flag is underway. Keith Ingram looking to make it to the inside just like that. We saw this move right on the initial start from Zayden Cortinas. Keith Ingram trying to repay the favor. Not going to get there. See, Carlos not letting them back up initially there. Just some miscommunication. Oh, you see Cannon Vaughn getting sideways. Cameron Face blinking out in the 85. The whole pack able to make it through trouble. It's got some cars facing through each other. The 49. Oh, trouble. Kaufman around off the nose of the 14 machine. It's Brian Kaufman in the 16, the 14. That's the 14 of Mark Anderson. Obviously slowing down. Looks like they not mean to do that. Mark Anderson going to be, looks like trailing behind. It looks like Kaufman is reset, but could be another one out of the race there. It's Cortinas with the lead. You know, this track you have to protect that inside. Right there, Cortinas fails to do so. And Keith Ingram is going to look for the lead on the inside now. Oh, we got trouble in the back. A handful of cars piling it up in the tail end of the field. 4 cars collected. Michael Good. We got another one spinning. It's the number 2, and that's going to bring out a caution flag. Caleb Smith. It's number 88, excuse me. Caleb Smith. All these guys just took fast repairs, basically, for that previous caution. So this is going to take out numerous drivers. It'll be a quick caution. Wesley Moffitt, the one who suffers the most damage from this one. Let's see what happened here. It's Adrian Oxton in the 17, who's going to right rear that number 49 car down the front straightaway, just that odd dogleg transition. And this is a hard hit for these guys. All 3 of them piling in, and unfortunately Chaz Justice's race is going to be over as well. You see Caleb Smith, he's trying to take evasive action to avoid. Unfortunately, ends up making some hard contact. Actually, does he hit anything? Yeah, he comes back up the track in hard front contact with the wall. Caleb Smith in the 88 making his debut. Not going to be able to, looks like, finish this one. That's a hard, oh, that's just a bad angle right there. Michael Good took a fast repair just now. Pretty much every one of these cars took a fast repair previously. So just a tough deal for a lot of the field to have those problems right off the bat there. That was a big 5-car wreck. I know it was in the back, but we're going to be making it 1 to green right away here. Now you notice only 13 cars left in this race. I mean, how the field has just been taken out here. All these cars who just wrecked end up being wrecked again. So we're going to make it 1 to green. Going to make it 1 to green right off the bat here. Mosteller and Napier in the pits. Those guys are going to hopefully realize that it's 1 to green and get out in time. See George Karafides to the inside of David Gillis. Potentially some restart trouble here between the 15 and the 13 car. See if we could figure this out. Looks like the 15 potentially up the lane there. See if we can talk to him here. Hey Tanner, we're gonna have to have you drop behind the 13 car.
Oh shit, I wasn't even paying attention.
Well, you heard it. You heard it from the communications. That was Tanner Tager himself claiming that he wasn't paying attention. So he must have thought David Gillis was trying to pass him. I was like, why are you passing me? But in reality, he was in the wrong. So, you know, unfortunately, I had to get in the voice chat there and specify that. But anyways, it's going to be time to get racing here once again. And you just see how small the field is. It looks like Caleb Smith and Michael Good are just going to run with what they have, which they are able to do. So a little bit of cars off the pace here, just trying to get a good result. But it's going to be 21 to go when we hit the restart here. It's going to be Keith Ingram through the restart zone this time. Does Cannon Vaughn make an early move? I mean, this is a small field. We started with over 20 cars. There's only 14 left on the lead lap and only about 12 competitive ones. See Cameron Face to the inside. Keith Ingram going to be heading into turns 1 and 2. Ingram with the lead. That's Cannon Vaughn in second. He's done most of the SimStock races through history so far. You see Zayden Cortinas, no help on the outside in the number 9 car. Just going to be sent straight to the back here if he can't get anyone. You see David Gillis in the 13 making a charge. Yeah, he's the next car on the outside there. But George Karafides there battling. These cars are running the Charlotte setup. That's the general intermediate track package. You see Carlos looking at the inside of Cameron Face. These guys got beef. They got into each other during the Asphalt Media races. And here goes Cameron Face to the inside of Cannon Vaughn. This is going to get interesting. Is Cannon going to let him back up? He doesn't. This is going to cause some problems. See Cameron Face, all he can do at this point is ride the apron, which is allowed. I mean, these guys, that is a racing line, and the street stocks are able to go full throttle down there for a little bit of the parts. Down the back, you see Zechariah Carlos going to make a move. He's going to Cameron Face to the outside. Oh, David Gillis loose entering the corner. Now, we talked about Cartledge and Face, their beef, and really these guys have had bad history with each other in all sorts of series, so hopefully it doesn't translate in the SimStock series. Cannon Vaughn looking to make a move for the lead in the number 4 machine. Down the front straightaway they go. Back into turn 1, Daniel Mosteller in that pink IORA race car, way in the back, who is the winningest driver of SimStock so far through his history, is all the way back there. It's hard to make up spots, so the question is, how will he be able to get up to the front? I mean, what an impressive turnout, guys. 15 cars, generally appreciate. We got Eric W in the chat. Great to have him back. We appreciate everyone tuning in. It's a big crowd for just... Oh, Keith Ingram sideways off the front of the number 4 machine, and he's going to get sideways once again. Oh, can he save it? He does. A handful for the number 10. Now Cartledge's going to try to do what Cameron Face just did a lap ago. Is he going to lift off, or is he going to send it? Here he goes. Cartledge's going to get into the number 4. 15 not going to be let back up the racetrack. That's what happened to Cameron Face a lap ago, and Cartledge is going to have to pay the price all the way to the back. He goes, or I guess to the middle of the pack goes that number 15 machine. Once again, hoping to be back for 2 races. You can join our Discord right here at this link. Feel free to pause the stream to get that Discord link. Keith Ingram. Oh, we just saw these guys get into it here. Cannon Vaughn and Keith Ingram a corner ago. Keith Ingram with the lead. Cartledge got moved all the way back to 9th place back there due to that move. And here comes Tanner Tager to the inside of George Karafides. One of these times it ain't going to work out. Tanner Tager respectfully not going to just slam back up the racetrack. It was worth a shot, but we like to see that respect. Zachariah Cartledge to the inside of George Karafides down the backstretch. He's going to put him 3 wide. He's able to get back clear with 17 laps to go. And now Cameron Face is pushing Zayden Cortinas on the outside lane. David Gillis up the racetrack in the 13. Wesley Napier has to check up just a bit. And if you're Cannon Vaughn, the question is, when do you make a move? When do you try to get to the inside of Keith Ingram? Because you notice Keith has given up enough space for that 4 to make a move. And when it comes down to these last laps, you know the aggression is going to be high. Oh, right there, Chase Modzalewski. That's Mark Anderson, who's had some trouble entering turn 1 before. Oh, contact. Daniel Mosteller barely able to escape. It's Wesley Napier and David Gillis who get into it in the back. Down the back straightaway, back up front, Keith Ingram. This is a pack that consists of 12 cars. Everyone left who isn't damaged is in this pack, and it's a good pack of racing. Yeah, Atlanta, pretty fun. It would be fun to do this with more cars. I'll have to sell the mini stock race here Friday. It's going to be pure chaos. But it's going to be the number 4 machine of Cannon Vaughn when you make a move. Looks like these guys are just staying committed for now with all these cars. George Karafides, did you see him slip up there on the entrance turn 1? Oh, George Karafides up into Zachariah Cartledge right there. Cartledge back down in an aggressive left turn. See Daniel Mosteller slowly making his way nearing the top 5 now. Cannon Vaughn looking through the middle in the number 4 car. Oh, the one's going to get just a little bit off-centered right there. We've been seeing it lap after lap. It looks like Cartledge, see back here, Demos going to put it 3 wide through the middle. Chase Modzalewski way on the inside. Wesley pushing Demos, going to allow Demos to clear Modzalewski, but they're going to be 3 wide. Oh, Cartledge gets sideways. He's able to collect himself. He's able to hang on to that race car. See Michael Good for a brief moment all the way back there with that heavily damaged race car. Keith Ingram in the 01 machines got Cannon Vaughn still pushing him. No change for the last couple laps up here in the top 4. You saw Demos start last on that recent restart. He's already all the way up here near in the top 5, so it'll be interesting what moves he can make to get up front, because you know it's going to be happening eventually. Oh, you see a little off-center for a push there for Cannon Vaughn and Keith Ingram. Keith Ingram has not won in SimStock yet, but he's been oh so close, always getting wrecked late. A little bit of contact right there. Zayden Cortinas still the outside car on the number 9. It's still a 12 car pack. Down the back stretch they go. Cameron Face still up there on the outside. If you're Demos, the only way you're going to be able to get around is if you thread it 3 wide. So these guys got to watch out for that. Oh, Keith Ingram gets sideways. You see Cannon Vaughn just got a little bit off center right there. That was almost enough just to take that 01 machine around. See the outside of Cameron Face and Cortinas. Those guys have been really locked on. Oh, the 4 going to get on the apron. Daniel Mosteller sideways in the number 87 car. Not sure if Wesley pushed. Oh, Cartledge takes the opportunity to just put him 3 wide back there, and Demos loses all his track position that he once had. Not sure if he just lost it or if Wesley Napier got into him. But either way, Demos is going to lose numerous positions, everything he just gained. Keith Ingram in the 01 machine. still leading this race. Boy, if this goes green the whole way, I'm really interested to see what Cannavon does here, because you've been riding behind Ingram for a long time now. The question is, what moves have to be made to get by him? George Karafides back there in 5th. Does he try to make a move? David Gillis back up in the 6th place position there in the number 13 machine. See him right there. One of our debut drivers, the highest running of our drivers making their first start. And there's still, looks like about 3 of them. I think Mark Anderson might have done a start here before, actually, unless I'm just getting confused. But that name seems familiar. But Mark Anderson looked like a very loose race car earlier, caused the first caution in the race. But it looks like he's got that car all tightened up and able to keep the bearings on the racetrack. See Cameron Face continuing to blink out there in the number 85. And look at this, Tanner Tager. Oh, David Gillis, trouble. David Gillis, Tanner Tager, going to be going around back up the racetrack. Goes the number 13, going to get into the number 14 of Mark Anderson. Everyone's going to be able to hang on to it, but it's going to spread out the field. We stay green. That was just Tanner Tager. The desperation was getting there. He had to make a move. Tanner Tager had to do something to make up track position. David Gillis wasn't having any of it. That's really going to spread this herd out. Cannavon still looking to make a move. Keith Ingram hanging on to the lead. 9 laps to go at Atlanta. George Karafides and Zechariah Cartledge pushing hard back there, trying to catch up. No power flickers since that most recent one right before the start of the race, so looks like it is all being nice to us. Right here, we got Newsy in the chat saying he'll give us 75 cents. We'll join our Discord server and talk to me about that. Oh, Cartledge into Karafides. A very aggressive push. It's going to help Demos and Napier catch up. The more those guys have problems and check up, the better for them. And that's going to really, this is going to be an 8-car pack to the finish unless we get a spin up here in this main pack. That's going to be the bottom line here. Cartledge trying to make a pass on Karafides. He's still very aggressively pushing him. Oh, he's going to just dump Karafides in the wall. And that's going to bring out the caution flag. George Karafides going to take a hard lick. That's going to bring this whole field back together and will likely be an EOL for Cartledge on the next restart. Just completely hooked the number 1 machine right around. Let's see if we can find a replay for you guys. All right, let's see what happened here. So yeah, right here you're going to see entering turn 1. See Cartledge looking to the outside, ends up getting right into the 1, lifting up. Karafides has to lift and outrun in the back of the 4, and he's on the apron, and then tries to save it and then just gets finished off. I mean, hard into the wall. Look at Wesley Napier. Some kind of luck for Wesley tonight. He's been phasing through cars all over the place tonight. He's able to continue with no damage. Meanwhile, the 1 continues to spin around. Let's see if we can ride inside with Chase Modzalewski, get a widespread view of this one. Actually, let's ride on board with Wesley Napier instead here, get a good perspective. Watch this. All of a sudden, that 1 car's just going to appear. I don't even think he lifted out of the gas. That one right there. It must have been some kind of net code, potentially. Oh, we got trouble. Wesley Napier into the outside wall here. Under the first series, right to see Tanner Tager. David Gillis caught back up with the field. See the 13, Chase Modzalewski, potentially a little bit of beef back here. A couple guys potentially not happy at each other. We're going to make it 1 to green. This will make it a 5-lap shootout for this finish. Caleb Smith and Michael Good and George Karafides all getting their fast repairs and extra repairs. See if George forgot to put a fast brown. He's still in the pits. And it looks like he did. George Karafides is going to be out of the race. I think he forgot to put on his fast repair or something here. Because this late in the race he would have used that point. That car is absolutely destroyed. Oh, maybe he had to tow. Yeah, he had to tow. That engine blew. So, unfortunately for George Karafides, if this doesn't go to overtime, he might not have a chance at a good result. You hate to see it. But this is going to be looking like now an 11-car field. Daniel Mosteller, he's in 6th. He's the one to watch here on this restart. So good at making up positions, and with 5 laps, I think he can get up there. In my opinion, it's going to come down to these guys. It's going to come down to these guys leaving that inside open on that tri-oval. That's what it's going to come down to. If they continue to leave that 1 lane open, their cars are going to squeeze to the inside. I think Demos is one who can take advantage of that opportunity. But the question is, will those cars on the banking or on the racing surface let you back up? We haven't seen it yet. No one's really been generous to let them back up. Michael Good not going to be able to catch up. Caleb Smith, George Carafini is going to be stuck in the pits. It's going to be looking like a 10-car pack for the restart here. Keith Ingram through the restart zone. 5 laps to go here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Down the front they go. You see David Gillis put it 3 wide with Wesley Napier back there. How's this going to sort out? Wesley looks like just might have to give it up for him here. They're 4 wide back here. Those guys, they gotta get situated. They can't lose the pack. Already 2 separate packs being formed due to the chaos back there. It's going to be 6 cars pulling away here on the front. And then Cannon Vaughn, guess who's still behind? Keith Ingram and Cameron Face still behind that number 9 car. Zayden Cortinas said it is a single. Oh, it was a Cortinas. It was another freakish netcode deal. Cartledge gets into him, but it was all netcode. David Gillis with help from Tanner Tager. Mark Anderson to the inside, way in the back. I don't think those guys are going to be able to catch back up without a caution. Cannon Vaughn makes a move for the lead, and Keith Ingram is going to get split 3 wide. Where does Cameron Face go? He's going to stay committed. The race is getting intense. That scuffle is going to allow that second pack to make up time. Now they're 3 wide. Keith Ingram with no help. Cameron Face went with Cortinas. Yeah, he's got him. Yep, there he goes to the inside. Third lane's going to go nowhere. And unfortunately, Cortinas is going to be the victim of this one. And now Cannonball with the lead. If you're Zechariah Cartledge when you make a move. Oh, he's all over that number 4 car. Oh, I forgot to EOL Cartledge for causing that wreck. Shoot. Well, unfortunately, there. Cannon Vaughn in the number 4 with 3 laps to go leads this race. Looking for his first SimStock win as well as Cartledge. Pretty much everyone up here looking for their first SimStock win except Demos and Cortinas. Demos still hanging in there behind the 15. When do you make a move? You got to get a front track position to be fine. I know David Gillis is probably going to do some bold things back here. He's been doing bold things all race long, and he's probably going to try to make something happen here with a big run on Demos here. David Gillis putting it 3 wide on the inside. Not able to get to the inside of Demos. Cartledge into Demos. Demos going to get hit by Cartledge. Lose numerous positions. 2 laps to go. Does Keith Ingram get the clear on Cannon Vaughn? What a race up front. Keith Ingram on the outside. Cannon Vaughn on the inside of the number 4 machine with Cartledge and Cameron Face behind. Here comes David Gillis in the number 13. Running 5th. 3rd on the inside lane. Cannon Vaughn leading. Oh, trouble. Tanner Tager around in the back in the number 15. Wesley Napier on the wall. We keep it green. Mark Anderson looking to the inside of the number 13 car. Coming to the white flag this time. 1 lap to go. Cannon Vaughn trying to protect all the lanes for his life. Great blocking right there by Vaughn. Oh no! He gets turned. The whole field explodes. Who's going to come out in front? Here it comes. It's Zayden Cortinas who comes out with the lead. Is anyone going to have anything for him back here? Daniel Mosteller and David Gillis. Zayden Cortinas pulling away. He's going to cruise to his 2nd SimStock win. He's already celebrating too early. It's too far of a lead for the whole pack. The whole field explodes. And Zayden Cortinas to the checkered flag is going to get his 2nd SimStock win in Atlanta. Daniel Mosteller comes home 2nd. Gillis 3rd. Chaos on the last lap and an absolute heartbreak for Cannon Vaughn. Did everything he could, just came up and he was turned. Heartbreak for multiple other drivers. Like here's Mark Anderson, Tanner Tager. Oh, and Cameron Face ends up with just a demolished race car across the start-finish line. Zayden Cortinas. The 2nd time in SimStock history, the whole field just explodes and 1 car is able to make it through. Zayden Cortinas victorious in SimStock. How about that? Wow, the whole field just came apart after the white flag. See Cartledge getting helped to the line by Daniel Mosteller. And Zayden Cortinas burns it down on the front straightaway. It's his 2nd career SimStock victory. Pure chaos back there. I'm not even sure who turned who. Whoa, what if Cortinas was the one who initiated that wreck? I don't think he did, but could have been a possibility. Remember, Cortinas got shuffled out 3 wide there with like 3 to go. That ultimately was the move that put him in position to avoid that. Zayden Cortinas, the lucky one who's able to survive through that entire wreck. and get his second career SimStock win. Well, let's see how things unfolded. Well, you see back here, he's away on the outside. Wow! Oh gosh, it's just unbelievable. That's just unbelievable right there. That's just unbelievable. Look at it again. Let's see how it started. It was Cameron Face who gets off center with the 01. He tries to look through the middle, and Keith Ingram once again robbed. He gets turned. Cannon Vaughn though, man, that's just tough. Hard on the wall. And watch this. These cars spinning on the inside. Everyone trying to avoid right here. Cartledge back up the racetrack. Overcorrects it. Slams Mark Anderson and Cameron Face on the wall. Keith Ingram goes to avoid on the inside. Looks like he's still able to get a top 5. Chase Montelewski. Wesley Napier sliding his way through. Oh my goodness, we got cars up and over. Tanner Tager becomes the first ever driver to flip over in the street stock in SimStock history. We've seen flips with the mini stock, but we've never seen one with the street stock, and this was just a brutal impact right here. Holy crap, man, that's hard contact. You don't see flips in the street stocks often. Look at it again right here in ultra slow motion. Cartledge down the racetrack. Tanner Tager, this is hard. I mean, so hard of a hit, you go upside down. Look at that. We've never had a flip with the street stocks in SimStock history yet until now. Good thing we saw it. And just a tough deal. Barrel roll multiple times. I mean, that's rare to see in a street stock car. Let's go inside his car. Oh. No, he was just trying to get a good finish out of it. He was still able to nurse it home. Where did my boy finish right here? Well, importantly, let's watch on board with Zayden Cortinas here to see his view. This is the best feeling in the world when you survive, when everyone wrecks. This is incredible right here. Just watch this. The one lane he could fit in. For some reason, he's not. This is insane because for some reason, he's not behind Cameron Face. Usually, you're right within the lanes. I mean, he just sees that coming. It just goes right through the middle. And he's able to stay against the wall for those cars who are coming up the racetrack from the apron to not get clipped at the last second. And he's able to just bring it home to victory lane. Zayden Cortinas able to win this race. Well, cars were upside down on the last lap. It was chaotic. Well, let's see if we could talk to our race winner here, Zayden Cortinas. Let's see what the chat said quick. Appreciate really everyone tuning in. Kind of surprised by the amount of viewership tonight for Random Wednesday night, especially this late. So we appreciate everyone tuning in right there. We're hearing from Daniel Mosteller that our lobby is getting protested. Apparently someone not happy with the way things are operated, but either way would be an easy appeal. Anyway, let's hear from our race winner, Zayden Cortinas here. See if we can bring him into the booth. Yeah. Move 2, we got the broadcast. Zayden Cortinas, second career win, tying Demos for the winningest in SimStock history, man. For some reason, you were right up against the wall coming into turn 1, and they all wrecked, and you squeezed for the only option to make it through, and you were able to just cruise to a free win right there. How does that feel?
I don't know, man. It all unfolded so quickly. Just the 4 came across my nose. I decided to go like 3 wide for some reason to like make a move or something to happen. And somehow that just worked perfectly. Like everything just parted away in front of me. Such an awesome way to win. Just like my first one back at Michigan. Pretty awesome. But yeah, I wanna thank my my parents, my friends from other forms of racing and stuff. And yeah, and I want to thank you as well. Yeah. Oh man, that was so fun.
All right,
Yeah.
Zayden Cortinas victorious. Here, we heard from Demos. He requested Zayden Cortinas jump the restart there, the last restart. I don't see any problems. It looks like a clean start to me. So, Dan Mosteller potentially just joking around there as he did finish second place. But either way, fun night of racing overall. I mean, it was a great race here. Great car, great action. So we will see what the mini stocks are like here at the night come Friday at 7:30 Eastern. Be sure to tune in and register then. We will see you guys in the next SimStock race.